The clitoris is pure in purpose. It is the only organ in the body designed purely for pleasure. Some men's type is women, who have a vagina. It's the invention of clothes, not nature, that made private parts private. When I look over at Luis in one brief flashing moment, his head looks like a talking vagina, and it scares the bejesus out of me. One of the biggest problems that most men have with life is that the vagina comes with the woman. The physical act of forming this sound with your mouth is done by utilizing the tongue, which represents the phallus, exploring the oral cavity, which represents the vagina. Moving from phonetics to etymology, vagina originates from a word meaning sheath for a sword. Ain't got no vagina. I was worried about my own vagina. It needed a context of other vaginas, a community, a culture of vaginas. There's so much darkness and secrecy surrounding them, like the Bermuda Triangle. An educated woman is seen as a human being with a vagina. An uneducated woman is seen as a vagina with a human being. "Vagina man," said Bunny, and his two colleagues went quiet and nodded in silent agreement. Seduced her? Every time I turned round she was up a library ladder. In the end I gave in. That reminds me, I spotted something between her legs that made me think of you. Young girls are like helpless children in the hands of amorous men. Whatever is said to them is true, and whatever manipulation on their bodies seems like love to them. Sooner or later, they come back to their senses, but the scars are not dead in as much as her spoil our lives. No wonder male religious leaders so often say that humans were born in sin, because we were born to female creatures. Only by obeying the rules of the patriarchy can we be reborn through men. No wonder priests and ministers in skirts sprinkle imitation birth fluid over our heads, give us new names, and promise rebirth into everlasting life. The heart is capable of sacrifice. So is the vagina. The heart is able to forgive and repair. It can change its shape to let us in. It can expand to let us out. So can the vagina. It can ache for us and stretch for us, die for us and bleed us into this difficult, wondrous world. So can the vagina. I was there in the room. I remember,